Generic greetings and welcome back to the Generic Random Software Company. In the previous episode, we almost went bankrupt, and it was quite worrying for most of the episode, at least the first half, where we were running out of money. We had to ditch loads of stuff. We had to sell loads of our stock and really dig into our finances and sort of put the company into one-shotsville when it comes to getting bought out. And the generic scrolls did not sell, and then the G2 Detour, the G3 Detour, this thing here, this piece of software, was the last-ditch attempt really at surviving, and it did sell. It sold very, very well, as you can see. G3 Detour has got 6,500 active users, and we've made a bit of a profit of nearly 5 million. Units sold 68. It looks like that I'm probably going to sell some more of it, but it's going down. We just haven't taken a big bite out of this. I know there's been several changes since the last time I played this, and good grief, that's gone all bright for some reason. There's been a lot of changes since I last played this, or I thought the last time we did a series on it, and I believe it has got a bit harder. Companies are now a little bit more aggressive, and trying to you don't immediately bring something out and then you sort of win it. You don't just bring something out and then win the game. It just doesn't work that way. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing here is putting some more of these extractors in, because this room is not cold enough, and that's something that people have mentioned. So what I'm going to do is basically line the entire wall either side, and hopefully that will resolve the issue. There we go, there's that. That should hopefully fix the problem, because this really needs to be like a temperature of 0. That's 6543210 degrees C. There we go. It's now it's now in the zeros. There we go. If it's not like that, then you really do need to super cool the servers, so that should hopefully do. We do have more space to add more if we really want to, so you can put a couple there, 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 more couples all over the place, and that should cool it down, because obviously we haven't really got much servers in there at all, but that's pretty much sorted. So, speeding up to max speed, marketing the G2 Detour 2, because we are developing that, as you can see. Still doing support for the generic scrolls, it only seems fair. Still marketing the 3 Detour, because that's generally giving us a little bit of money. As soon as the net profit goes down, we'll be stopping that. What we really want to be doing this episode is continuing on with the marketing. We want to expand our server room if we hit the 90s, and make a building here for marketing. As I said, the whole idea is to make different buildings and make them interesting and weird. This here, we've got like a nice sort of subway system, you could call it, or like walk between different areas. A lot of people said this is a disastrous mistake, because it means the buildings are actually then classed as one, and you have problems with heating and cooling and things like that. But yeah, I guess you're right. You are right in that sense, and this whole walkway really is a bit of a problem. It might cause us issues down the line. Are we going to get rid of it? For now, no. We're going to keep it as is, but I think I might end up deleting it because of what people have mentioned, that having connectors and stuff is all good, but the whole point was to make separate buildings, whereas when we connect them, it does cause some issues. So we might get rid of them. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, and we're also building these. We are making them. We're designing them with independence in mind. I know, by the way, I've got heating in here, and then I've got cooling in there. I know I didn't need to do it, but it's just just a habit, really, getting the heating put in. Because all these buildings are supposed to be individual. By the way, the 2 Detour 2 is okay, but the 3 Detour is no longer making any money, so we're going to close that off. You can see how our monthly profits are going right down. We're going to promote the 2 Detour 2 to the bug fixing phase, and hopefully that'll then sell. We are still doing a lot of marketing there. But yeah, all these buildings are individual. They are self-contained units, so that if we expand them up or down, left, right, whatever, they will hopefully be all sorted. We don't have to mess around with them. We don't have to connect different stuff up. So yeah, maybe, I've sort of made my mind up. I'm going to get rid of that. Obviously that door there we don't need anymore, and that one there we don't need anymore as well. There we go. Separate buildings. You have to walk on the outside. It is nice to have an underground connected system, and I do like the idea, because someone said, oh, you can see the guy cleaning there. It did sound like a really good idea, and it probably still is a good idea, and I might re-implement it, but for the time being, separate buildings is how we're going to do it. So, yes, G2 Detour is now finished in terms of bugs. Yes, we'll release that. We will market it with television, newspapers, radios, the lot. Yeah, there we go. We've got 2.8 million. This is the... this is really the software that... It's not going to be make or break, because we have more than enough time to crack on and make something else. But this really is the piece of software that I want to give us a lot more money, right? If we hit 5 million with this, it means I can crack on and build the building I want back here. Oh, there we go. 4.1 million. It's a product being reviewed. Generic random software shocks graphics. The G2 Detour 2 is a beautiful piece of engineering, another great piece of work since G2 Detour. And that is a sequel, because obviously a lot of people were saying, oh, they've noticed. It popped up and said they've noticed. Hang on, does it say? No. It popped up and said, people have noticed that you haven't done XYZ, a sequel to that thing. So this is good that we've got that sorted. By the way, this room here, a lot of people have mentioned, we've not got anything in there. What we're going to do is have this eventually. This is going to be the auxiliary support team. This is going to be auxiliary 1 and 2, so we can put them on different teams, you see. I was going to put support in here, or maybe research and development, but I really like the idea of having a separate research room. But then I also think that maybe this could be the research room. In fact, we haven't really done that. As you can see, we click on research, and you can then do some research. But I don't even know what the hell do you even use in terms of research, because I don't think there's a skill for research. Let's have a quick look. So we'll go to manage teams. We'll go to employees. Click on any one of them. Doesn't really matter. No. There's not. It doesn't really tell you what you need for research, so we might make a researching team, but we'll see. So, made a bit of money there. Let's progress on to creating something else. Develop another piece of software, and I have to dig into what a lot of people have said. A lot of people have mentioned that we should make operating systems. They've mentioned that we should make Office software, but all of these require, or they're like a server. And as you can see, it says less than a year. If you put all of this Office software in, like all of this, for example. More than a year it takes. Recommended team size 12. We've got that. Is it December 87? Is it a good idea to make a piece of software like that? Do we want to develop an Office software? We don't want to develop an antivirus because it requires a server, right? That's a question, actually. So they all have servers. Let's actually have a quick look here. Servers. Load is 0%. There's no unsupported things on there. Alright, okay. Close that down. What do we want to develop? Someone who was very, very observant said we should make Orifice, which was a piece of software I made when I was enjoying a beverage with this, and said, oh, that was an interesting piece of software and a daft name as well, so go for that. Which I like the callback. Do you really want to develop a piece of software? Having all of this, it says more than a year. Only just there. Will that be worth it though? Let's have a quick, more than a year. Will I be able to survive for that? I think I will be able to survive. Let's have a quick look at upcoming releases. Because I reckon this will take up to us till the 90s, I really do. There's going to be 3 pieces of Office software coming out. Doc 8, Document 8, Publish 7. So let's look at the docs, right? Let's go to Office software. Do our research first. Active users. This one here. Last came out in 85, so only a couple of years ago. We'll go to details and features. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 features. Okay, I'm not even going to check what they are. I just needed to see how many there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 features. So I've got more features. I'm going to use the G2 Detour 2, which as you can see has got 16,000 users, which is good. Add on the operating systems these 4 in fact. We'll put Sloth on there because it's a different. Oh no, we won't put Sloth 5 on there. We'll cancel these ones. Hang on, just them 4. There we are. And that is going to take more than a year. Category default. G Orifice. There we go. Spelt all over the place, I know, but that's the whole point. It's the Orifice. Office. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Price is 14488. I think we're going to do the typical 99.99. Original IP. Default category. Everything's in there, as much as we can get. No online backup, no sound effects, nothing else. Develop. We will start some marketing hype. No, we won't. Actually, we will not market it because this is going to take ages. This is going to take a long time. That's developing quite quick. It's moving up quite a bit. Okay. So anyway, this is cracking on. Let me have a sip of beverage while we're... Today's beverage is lemon iced tea because it's quite warm outside, so any excuse to make some iced tea. So, I'm not a massive fan of iced tea, but as of late, probably much of the last 6 months or so, or the last year, there's been a local place that starts selling it, and I've got a taste of it. So anyway, yeah, 4.8 million for, I'm guessing G2 Detour is selling quite well. We'll go to 2D Editor, and we can see that actually it is selling. Units sold nearly 30,000, but as always, I don't think we're going to be able to take a cut out of super limited. I don't think it's going to happen at all. As long as we can keep selling it though, then I'm more than happy. Let's just go to stocks. We can see it takes 1.4 million to buy that piece of stock out, which I'm going to do. I'm actually going to buy all of our stock out. I know it's spent a bit of money, but I think it's worth it. And we should have more than enough money to continue developing this thing. You know, the thing is, if we wait, the more you wait, the more, like, the longer it takes, you see. So it's probably worth getting it out now. Orifice is taking quite a while to actually develop, which is problematic. But we'll see how it goes. 61,000 or 63,281 fans is quite good. Still selling. We're now up to 3 million. So as you can see, we lost a lot. It says we lost a lot of money, but we didn't. We just bought out our shares. If we go to our stocks, that's gone up by 11%. That's gone down by 10%, but it's fine. Look at that one there. 3.6 million to actually sell our company, which we obviously don't do. We could. You can see the own shares there, that's us. We could, if we want to, start selling... it's 3.3 million, even better. It looks like this is actually selling quite well. We could get rid of support for the generic scrolls, but I really want to keep it until the end there, which is the longest time I've ever supported something. I mean, this has been going for how long? Let's have a quick look for generic random software. Generic scrolls came out in 85, so we've been supporting this for almost 5 years, which is actually... When you think about it, it's not that long compared to what certain things support. Now, like, for example, I was playing a game the other day that came out in 1998, and it's just been recently patched. And it wasn't like a GOG thing. It was actually on Steam as well, so I was surprised. I was like, wow, that's you can't really argue with the support there. Anyway, but pretty much unheard of, especially in 1988. Well, I guess it was still developing as a thing. Anyway. G2 Detour, obviously he's not really doing anything else there. Our G2 Detour 2, still selling a lot of units, but not many active users. It's just a case of selling it. As long as people are sort of using it, then we're okay. What I need to do, I think, is make ourselves... We have a couple of options. We could... looks like audio tool here, look. Audio compression is ready to research. So you can see it says audio compression 1988. Alright, that's when it unlocks, which is now done. So we can actually start researching that. What happens if you get audio compression is that you get a income because you're selling, you're sort of selling, you own it, so you get royalties because you license it to other people and then you get money from that. So I really want to get all of them I can, but we do need a separate building for it. I've decided that in this here, we're going to have auxiliary, eventually, with the current main unit here is going to be auxiliary development, and we'll probably have another auxiliary back here, but we might change this one to maybe support, auxiliary development and support, because I think that'll be about right, because eventually we will have a hopefully fairly big buildings, but it really depends on how far we get with it. But I do need a separate building for research. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to building. I want to buy out some stuff. That's going to cost a bit of money, I know, but we've now bought all that out. Why hasn't it got rid of the trees, which is the weird thing? Don't know why it's got rid of the trees. I think it normally gets rid of the trees when you buy this stuff out. Weird. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is, for a start off, go to vertical parking. And put some vertical parking in there. I could actually put them all the way back there, which is surprising me. And then we're going to have a building here for research. It's not going to be very big. So let's have a quick look. Actually, I want a quick look at the symbol. The symbol is literally a flask. Okay. Let's go to wallet. And 12 across. And then, if we have it say 8.6. down to... Let's pull this down. I can't see because of these trees. They should have disappeared, I'm sure. And that is about the same. It's about the same dimensions as that. I think it is about right, that one. Right, our research unit, which is a weird shape, and also I preferred that. Hang on. So I just want to develop. I just want to do it to there. Why can't it go there? Hang on. Start there. Start there. Up to there. Has to be has to be 1 unit apart. Right, okay. I wanted to just put like a bit of a lip on here. That'd work. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I think. Let's have a quick look from up. You know what? I think I prefer the other one. Yeah, prefer that. Okay, so going back to the original one anyway. So this is going to be our research area. So what we'll do, put a wall at the back. There we go. Same thing. Double toilet there. And then we'll split that room as well. So we'll have... yeah, that's fine. So we will have a door. Double door. Oh, that one is not right. Get rid of that. This is going to be for research only. And then we'll have a double door in here. And then we need some windows. And I like the idea of the whole thing... Since the whole thing is supposed to be like a beaker, it's going to be full glass. Hey. Apart from the toilet, because that would be obscene. There we go. Alright. That door's going to get deleted. And we want... Actually, you know what? Do I really need them back there? No, it's like a lid. Yeah, we'll go with that. But we're not going to make it see-through because that is obscene, as I said. Go for doors, and we want to put a glass one in. This we are going to combine. Like that, merge the rooms. So, big glass building, like a beaker, and this is going to be for research. So we need several things in here. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have a basement somehow. Don't know how we're going to do that. Because we need heating in this thing. Could you put fires back here, like a Bunsen burner? Heating the thing up. We probably don't need, to be fair. We probably don't need much in terms of like cooling or anything like that. We can just put fans in. Heating from there. And then fans in it. And it means we don't have to have a basement, which would look a bit dodgy because then you'd have to have elevators and things like that. So let's just try that. So we will go for... Oh, we could put central heating. We could put 1 central heating unit in the top. Don't like the idea of it. No. Let's just go up the top. We'll sort them. We'll sort the needs out in a second. Actually, no. We'll sort the needs out now. All I want to do is get the toilets put in because we know we're not going to change them. Or rather, I think I'm not going to change them. 1 and 2. There we go. And then we'll get our furniture. So office. And this furniture here. Now what I want to do is I want to change the plane to have it on that side. I also want to probably reduce the grid a little bit as well. Perhaps to there. No, I'll reset it. To about there should do. Okay, 6 to there. Reset to this side again, and then there we are. Still enough room for people to get... That's wrong. No, it's not. That's fine. Yes, that is fine. Okay, so there's the tables. Office chairs, same thing. That's actually a good colour as well. There we go. I'm not happy with that. It's too close, so we're going to delete them. Alright, there's some people in there. Computers. That's wrong. See, it's popping up saying, oh my god, you've got too many. It says temperature will vary, yes, because we're going to have loads of people. We are going to have a leader in here, but obviously it's going to be a problem because he's not going to have a separate room, so they're not going to get the massive bonuses that perhaps they should have, but that's fine. What we need to do then is have, I think, is calculators? I don't know what would be best for research. See, it doesn't say what you need for research. And yes, I understand that this is over the top for research, but the whole point was to make separate buildings, so yeah, it makes things a bit different, a bit interesting. Let's go for that's a, I think, is it an inbox? Inbox are generally the multi-purpose ones, which cost 10. Expensive for a bit of plastic. $20 for a calculator. Someone was, what the hell? Why $20 for a calculator? It's a bit excessive, isn't it? Yeah, it's not too bad. Holo computer. Look at that, 2020. Never even got that, I don't think. Right. They're not going to have a meeting desk or anything. We'll have some fans, like so. Don't think we need that many, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, that should be about right. Heating should be probably fit one there as well. Let's just put the grid to there, and this guy's going to have some warm feet. There we go. Bit of a fire hazard, I'm aware. Just walking past here. Walking past there, you are going to get absolutely toasted. We do need some lighting, so we'll put a reset grid. Put a bit of strip lighting in. I'm a big fan of the strip lighting. That should probably do, actually. And then we need a couple of things extra. We haven't got a fridge, which we will put in. Now the question, should we just put it in here? Can't really put them there. I don't like these there, you know, because it really does concern me that when you walk past, you are pretty much going to die of the heat. Let's reset it to there. If we put a fridge there, it might look alright. Yes, that's fine. We can handle that. That's much better. Okay, there's the fridges. And then we need a coffee machine, which we can put in. If I reset the... Oh, we won't need to reset the grid. If we put them there, back to office. One there. And then needs espresso machine. There we go. Again, move the grid over the other side. Very useful, this moving the grid thing. Something I didn't really use a lot in the last series. But something I'm trying to utilise a bit more as we progress on. There we go. So coffee machine. It says the temperature is going to vary, but when I unpause it, it should be fine. Nope, still says it, but I don't know if that's the case. 18 degrees temperature. So maybe if I just unpause it a little bit more. 18 degrees. No. Because of all the windows, it is going to be really cold. So, more heating. So, temperature. I think it's going to be a case of getting rid of them. Because they're very inefficient. Even though it was like the Bunsen burnery type thing, we can't have them. Reset the grid. Spin it round. Ah! We need to place these on a wall. So we're going to have these. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to have them. Which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully that'll do though. 18 degrees. It's pretty cold. But it's got no people in there. No one's in there. Could be worse. Could be in there. If I had that little lip that I kept on, it would probably be a lot easier. Could extend it down by one, couldn't we? Let's try that. Let's extend it down. It might help us out a bit. So, I know it's in line with this. Do you want to do it? Yeah, go on then. Right. So, what we're going to do, use walls. Extend down. Like that. Okay. And then we're going to combine these rooms. Merge the rooms like that. Alright? Now, these can be moved for the time being. There we go. And then we need to have our windows back in. To there. Same to there. And so we can't have... Oh, we can have one there. Haha. Actually, have I put the wrong windows in? I think I have. Oh! Okay, delete. I'll tell you what, I'll put the door in first, because then that will help out. Door. Glass door. And then we'll put in the window all the way along, like so. Ah, I'm using the wrong window again. Why am I selecting the wrong one? Right, think. That one. Job done. There we go. Okay, so there's them windows in. And then, see, if we did put that one, the other one in, we would be able to put the radiators in, but we can't. So we will put in the heating. Now that should be hot enough, surely. Still says 18 degrees. I don't know whether that's just because there's no one in it or not, but we will see what happens. What I'm going to do is keep an eye on it, and we'll see we'll see what happens. Go to lighting, just put some lighting in here, because why not? And now, obviously, we have got some colour in here, which I don't like. So what we need to do is go to room construction material, plain, and completely plain. And hang on. I didn't change it. What I need to do is select the entire building. Select entire building. There you go. Room colours. Completely white. Completely white. Completely white. Room materials is clean. 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 There you go. Because it is, after all, supposed to be a glass flask. So, there you go. Is that about right? I think it is. It doesn't actually look too bad either. I thought it was going to look absolute garbage, but it doesn't look too bad. Not a big fan of this top end bit where the toilets are, but if we didn't have that, people would be running all over the place. And this little neck doesn't really have any purpose. If I was to do it again, I would actually make it one wider. Then we'll have a room of 3, so you can have stuff lining either side. But we don't, so we haven't. Right. What I do need to do then is go to Manage Teams. And we need to make the Research Team. Add that. And then we need to probably go to Hire. So we want to hire a lead, all the specializations, get all of these, basically max everything out because that's what you do. And then we want to put it on the research team, which obviously has no compatibility. Skill, Norris Lyons. Norris is a name that's just, it's really good. Misanthropist and a snob or misanthropist, whatever you prefer. Introvert and cocky. Short-tempered and dramatic. Should be a thespian. See, it shows you for like artist leads and stuff like that. What we really want is for research. By the way, I understand that this team will be doing not a lot, but yeah. Anyway, let's just go for Norris because they're the most skillful, which is what we want. Leadership is minus though, so no, we don't want that. We want their overall skill of lead and their leadership stat to be quite good. There we go. Alex, generous extrovert. You're coming with me. So you're now the research. And then what I'm going to do is say, educate. You're now going on to HR management, start the education, because I really can't be bothered in this series to hire people individually. I'm just going to say go. Press the go button, and there you go. Someone's saying they want, hang on, we've just hired them, and now they want a salary increase. What a cheeky bugger. We're going to say this area, and in fact, this entire building, really, is going to be, select entire building. We're going to limit usage to, no, not limit usage. We want to set switch team. It's the research team. There we go. Okay. Fantastic. Actually, the toilets. I always have the toilets as anyone. Anyone can go in the toilets, because why not? Even though they can't walk through here, anyone can use them. What's the temperature in that like? 24 degrees. So actually, it's overheating, but the fans are not on, so that's it. It doesn't really reflect what it's like properly. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, looks like that's progressing on quite nicely. The G Orifice, the research team is there. We do want to audio tool. We want to start researching that, and we will put it on the research team. Now, as you can see, it's researching. What's going to happen? Some of your electronics are being affected by the heat. Uh-oh. There we go. They're now turning on. See, it turned on. It just turned on a little bit. See, when it's hot, it's really. Is that coming down now? Yeah. See, it cools down when someone's in it, but the fans don't go on, which is interesting. Yeah. When people go in, the fans come on. It cools it down, but otherwise, it's. Oh my god, it's 33 degrees C. It's boiling in there because it's hot outside. It's July, so it's summertime, right? No. But got windows everywhere, so it's just a big glass greenhouse is all we've made. It's the research greenhouse, which is really, really warm. Anyway, that's progressing on. A sip of beverage. So we are developing G Orifice, which is mediocre at the moment. You say it's we're actually developing it. No, we're developing it. We are progressing on with it anyway. Let's just have a quick look at our team. Where is our employee? He's currently in class. There you go. Status in class. So he'll be probably over there, or sometimes they go research using these things, these bookshelves, or sometimes they go elsewhere. So who was that coming in? Aha. Pause. Right, we're going to pause for a second. Is that the janitor? No, that's Alex. So that's Alex. He's the one in there. So he's the one that's going to be leading this team. Doesn't have a separate like place to sit down or anything like that, but it means that we can go to manage teams. We want to check the arrival time, and we see that it is slightly wrong. Vacation is July. We'll put it to August. Actually, we'll put it back to June. We will go to automation. We definitely want to enable HR management. Must have a taken course HR management through the education program. Have we set him to leader? I don't think we have. Employees. He's going to have change the role. He is now the lead. There we go. And then we should be able to automate it, which we can. We will enable HR management. We want to set a budget of, it really doesn't matter, 5,000. Hang on, no, so 5. There we go. So, preferred age, I don't really care. Education, whatever, maxed out. And we have to set programs, designers, artists. It really doesn't tell you what you need for research. So, really, I'm going to get a bit of everything. So, how many places have we got? We'll minimize these down for a second. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10 places in total, which means we need 9 people. So there's the employees. We actually don't need that anymore, so we'll close that. So we need 9 people. I think it would be ideally 6, 3. Oh no, actually 5, 4 is probably about right. And then we'll close that, and then he should hire everybody, which if we go to manage teams, we can see that we've now got 10 people in research. Perfect. That's good. So there, we'll come in and start to research audio compression. Once that's done, we will have the patent, which is good for us, because it means we can then license it to other people and get some more money that way. As I said in the start of the series, the idea with this one is to have lots of separate buildings and do things other than just develop software. So we want to let's accept all and close it. Alex again, he really wants pay. Yes, I will accept. He really wants to be paid more. There you go. There's the research. Hang on. Ah, they've gone to use that. Ah, this is problematic. Right, so they're going over to here to use that table for sitting down and have a meeting at. Let's pause it for a second. Can we fit in a small table in here? And if we can, then we're going to do it. So let's go to our office and small table. We can't fit a large table in, but we should be able to fit a small one in. Like that. And we can't get to this, which is why we'll shift it. Shifted that one to there as well, just for symmetry purposes, and we'll actually put another one in a moment. Temperature. There we go. And then chairs. That should be enough. That should be enough for their needs. That looks quite good as well. I'm really happy with that. Bit upset that this little neck thing doesn't do anything. What could we put in there to make it a bit interesting? Decoration. We don't have any decoration in here, which is a bit of a shame. If I put just... Can they get past that? Can they get through the jungle to the toilet? Yes, they can. Right. That's interesting. You have to fight past plants to get there. But at least the game doesn't work on a grid system of that's a clump, like that's a big clump of trees. Oh, look, you should be able to get past, but because that block and that block's fixed, you can't go past it, which is good. Should we just line the entire thing with cactus? You want to go to the toilet, do you? Right. Through the cactus trench. No, I'll hold on to it, thanks. Right. I guess... No, see, the problem is, like I say, it's just, there's not much we can really put there. We could put, like, an obstacle course. No, we don't want an obstacle course. The last thing you want when you're trying to go to the toilet is have a bloody obstacle course. I'm going to rotate that round, actually, because I think it fits better. And we'll move it over to there. I don't think you'll be able to squeeze past, actually. But we'll see. There we are. Trees in there as well. And there we go. So, that's okay. That's progressing on. Still doing the research. Still doing G Orifice. Speed up to max speed. We're October 1988. So, as I said at the start, if we could get this piece of software out by the 90s, then that'll be fine, because then we can upgrade all of our computers, we can upgrade all of our servers, and then we can really start going on. Still doing marketing for the G2 Detour 2. If we go to all software and change that to 2D editor, you can see that actually there's only Final Frames 8 and myself that are actually making anything. Like, have any active users. Still selling it, nowhere near as much as I would like. That looks like Final Frames 8 has come along. Our Photo Studio's just turned up. Oh, and really kicked us off the top there. Well done to them. Not many active users, still selling. Marketing, I'm going to end because it's not really selling anywhere. Development or designing for the Office program is doing okay. Researching for Audio Tool, we'll crack on this. It says general. It just requires general for the research there. Let's check the room. You can see that it is quite noisy. No, it's alright. It's quite quiet. Temperature's good. Lighting is fine. Yeah, there's no problem there at all. We're going to develop our Orifice software. This is good. 2.7 million in the bank. Server load, I will just check for a moment, is 12%. That is fine. No unsupported things going on there. You can see the trees all changing colour, which is quite nice. That's something I forgot to mention as well. A lot of people asked me about the thumbnail, because the thumbnail I've got is like the same picture, but like it's like progresses throughout the seasons. The way I did it was that I think you've got on the their website, the Software Inc. website, and it has all 3 photos. Then I just blended all 4 together, so it looked quite even. I think it looks quite nice myself. It's a bit universal, so we can use it for anything. I don't have to take different screenshots for every single one, which, you know, would be better. I know a lot of people prefer that, but I prefer easy views, to be honest with you. Almost finished researching here, and we will paint it. There we go. So now, if we pause it for a second, go to research, audio tool, audio compression, owner is me, generic random software. So I will get, it is researched, you'll see income next month should hopefully go up. If people start using it, of course. Is it going to happen? We'll see in a second. Once it ticks over. No income. Nobody's used it yet. But when someone starts to use or wants to use audio compression, they have to pay me. I'm going to go to the signing here, and I'm going to put the research team on here. Now, you might think, why the hell is that? Well, that's because we have people who are... We've got designers and programmers on that, so it should speed it up, and it looks like it has. But I think I'm going to leave it there because we've actually got a fair bit done. Next episode, you see it's April 1989. Next episode, we'll be doing a couple of things. We will be hitting the 90s, which means we can upgrade all these servers, we can upgrade all of the computers, and then, hopefully, if this sells well, we can get on with another building, and the building is going to be a marketing department. Now, the way it's looking at the moment, we might have this entire back bit here as car park. And as we build on, we just have the buildings across here. But we'll see how it goes. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And generic partings.